Hey guys, it's Shining Polaris again, and you may notice a little bit different here. I went and changed my backdrop so I could show off more stuff and make it look a little bit cleaner for you guys. I also bought new lights. They have not came in yet, so if it looks a little dark, that's why. But I'm just trying to change things up in here. AEW Dynamite on Friday just passed, so I'm just going to basically run down through that real quickly and maybe get a couple of my thoughts in it. Like I said before, are these episodes are like 5-star apiece? No, but I think this episode was pretty good. So the first match that came up, we just went and hit it strong immediately. I actually thought this was going to be the main event, but it was the first match. This was Jake Hager from Inner Circle versus Wardlow from The Pinnacle, and they were having their MMA style cage match thing. And I see some in the comments that people didn't like it. I don't understand. I actually really like this match. You had Jake Hager, who has a strong MMA background, and he does a couple fights from Bellator, and then he just challenged Wardlow, so they were just having an MMA style match. I don't know. I watch a little bit of Bellator and a little bit of UFC, so in my opinion, just from the little bit that I watched, I think it looked pretty good. I mean, the ring looked very authentic. You had Aubrey Edwards wearing the all-black referee uniform, and Jake Hager doing some moves onto Wardlow that, the MMA style moves, it looked pretty authentic to me, and you can all laugh, but I think the match looked really good. Of course, it was staged and all, so Wardlow hit some of his, your typical wrestling moves, like he did a hurricanrana in there, and he did like the Superman punch. I thought that was all pretty funny, but of course this is Jake Hager's world, so he eventually won the match. They had like the 3-round, 5-minute round thing. So at the second round, Hager did a submission move. I think he just did his choke move or whatever onto Wardlow, and Wardlow passed out before. Obviously he was throwing the fingers up, and then he just passed out. So Jake Hager won. Now a lot of people, and even me, kind of predicted that Wardlow was gonna win because. I believe we're just trying. I think eventually we're gonna push Wardlow up to the moon, and somehow Jake Hager have not gone over with the fans. But it does obviously make sense that Hager would win this because this is his world. So then you got your after match shenanigans. Sammy Guevara came out, and then you had Jericho and Shawn Spears were already on the outside for each of their teams, so they came in, and then you had MJF also coming in to fight, and then a funny part when you had MJF faces Dean Malenko, and then he just clocks Malenko to take him out. So, but the result of all of this. Next Wednesday we are having, right, next Wednesday? Yeah. We're having MJF versus Sammy Guevara, and I'm very surprised because I thought that was going to be, we were going to wait for that till like July when we had all those pay-per-view type caliber shows, but we're going to have it right next Wednesday, so that's really cool. So, and then you had little segment from Team Taz. It's just, Taz saying, that Ricky Starks and Brian Cage need to get their act together, and calling out Adam Page, and then somehow making a match with Will Hobbs. So we're also going to get that next week too, though I think that is on Saturday. Also, like I said, there's going to be a Wednesday and Saturday Dynamite, so I'll probably be missing both of them. No, but I'll still try. All right, then the next match we have was the Men of the Year, which is Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, like that new tag team name, versus Darby Allin in a handicap tag team match. So I was really hoping that Darby Allin would surprise us all at the end and reveal his tag team partner, but that actually never happened. So it was a handicap match. Even though Darby Allin was by himself, but he was still able to put some good offense on both Sky and Page. There was one part where he zip tied Page's legs together, so that gave Darby Allin like a kind of a one-on-one match with Scorpio Sky, but of course Ethan Page was able to cut himself free and then attacked Darby Allin. So at the end, even though Darby did a really good job, he was no match against the two guys. It was Ethan Page hit his Eagle's Edge onto Darby Allin, and he pinned him for the win. So there you go. The next match, I had extremely low expectations despite it being my boy involved. It was Orange Cassidy versus Cesar Bononi. I believe he is going to be in a mini feud against all the wingmen, I'm assuming. So, again, I had very low expectations, but I will say I really enjoyed this match. It was very funny. You had Cesar Bononi with his team of the wingmen on the outside. Of course, you have Orange Cassidy with best friends with him. And the whole time, every time Orange Cassidy was like thrown out of the ring, or if he was just out of the ring for some reason, you had the rest of the wingman trying to like make over him to make him look better. I don't know. It was funny and disturbing. Okay, like they were trying to spray the spray tan on him. They were trying to comb his hair, and then the Hollywood hunk put his jacket on him. It was just so crazy shenanigans. Like I'm very sure, AEW haters are going to really hate this match, but it was really funny. So, like I said, it was very entertaining. Obviously, Orange Cassidy, he wins the match against Cesar Bononi. I'm trying to think how he won it. Probably with the orange punch. Again, I wasn't paying attention to this match because I was just... And I'll tell you in a second, because I just saw some news that like blew my mind for the rest of the match. So the rest of the show, I mean. So anyhow, Orange Cassidy wins, and then the best part, I took a really good picture of it actually on my phone. You had Peter Avalon holding Cesar Bononi because his tag team partner, and he's like, no. So anyhow, it was just a fun match, in the middle of the show. Yes, and then after that, we had a little Kenny Omega Jungle Boy segment. It was pretty good. You had Kenny Omega just basically just trying to get under Jungle Boy's skin, saying like, I want to fight now, let's do a street fight. Jungle Boy's like, no, I'll just wait till next week. He's just like so cash. And then but then Kenny's like, no, just I'll give you one free punch, but if you punch me, just know that I'm gonna kick your ass right after. And then you had Michael Nakazawa hits Jungle Boy with the laptop, and then a mini brawl came out. But just like the Elite, they just run away like the cowards they are sometimes. So yeah, Don Callis in the little golf cart as Nakazawa and Omega jumped into it, and they ran away. So that was, it was a pretty long segment, but it was funny. So more shenanigans in that way. Let's see what the next one was. So the next match, I did not pay attention to it at all. I apologize. This was Cody Rhodes and newly debut Brock Anderson versus QT Marshall and Aaron Solow. My thoughts on this feud, in the beginning, I was all for it. I was like, okay, great. The factory's here. They're gonna elevate the new guys on there. Solow, Cambrado, and Ogogo. And after Double or Nothing, I just I don't really care for this feud anymore. It was, I think, seeing Ogogo lose against Cody. It just was like, what's the point of this? So they were just continuing on with it, and obviously we're here to push Brock to the moon. So Brock pinned Aaron Solow, and he won for the Nightmare Family. So there you go. I can't really tell you more about that because I have no idea what happened in that match. After that was Penelope Ford versus Julia Hart, and I actually like this because I feel like, just saying that I'm not really a big fan of Kip Sabian, which I guess affects kind of my opinion of Penelope Ford, but Penelope Ford is a good wrestler, and I think her match with Hikaru Shida was probably one of the best women matches that AEW had. So this was her debut back from a long time, right after the Arcade Anarchy match. We hadn't really seen much of Ford and Kip, and that's because Kip is injured. I don't remember how, but he's injured, so he's out for a while. So this match was obviously really good. We have Julia Hart, who I believe we're also trying to do a little mini push with her too, because she's super young, but she's like fits perfectly with the Varsity Blondes. So yeah, I just want to say that Julia Hart came out with Varsity Blondes. Penelope Ford came out by herself, which is unusual. So after whatever happened in this match, of course, you're going to have the veteran Penelope Ford win it. So, you think that was it? No, you had Miro coming out, and Miro's asking Penelope, where is Kip? But he was saying that, oh, Penelope, you had it really bad, your wedding was ruined, and, we lost the Arcade Anarchy match. So I'm not sure what, maybe he was, I don't know why, but we ended up just beating up the Varsity Blondes. And then you had Brian Pillman Jr. At the end, fighting off Miro. So that will lead up to a match next week, which is for the TNT title, Miro versus Brian Pillman Jr., which will be fun. But I went and I tweeted, and I was like, Brian, you want to die? But regardless, that's gonna be a fun match. So, yeah, I would not be surprised if we kind of will revisit that Miro versus Kip feud eventually when Kip gets back. So that would be interesting to see how that goes. Where, I don't remember exactly where, but we had a little interview segment. This was JR interviewing Andrade. This was a pretty good segment too. I'm not sure when Andrade is going to have his first match. I think they're going to save it for like one of the big shows in July, of course. So of course he looked very good in this. He had his like slick suit on or whatever. And as JR was interviewing him, basically Andrade was like, I want to be in AEW because they have the best wrestlers here, the biggest stars, and he is all about trying to get the AEW world title. So, and then at the end of that whole interview thing, Andrade was like, oh yeah, he also explained why he's working with Vicki Guerrero because, Andrade is a third generation wrestler. Vicki Guerrero, and her family, obviously being married to Eddie Guerrero, they know so much about wrestling. So he's like, that's why they're working together. But he also said that there will be more surprises in the future. So I kind of wonder what that means. So I did ask this on Twitter. What do you think the surprise is? A lot of the guesses was Trinidad. That would be crazy. But I thought that she signed with a WWE again. I'm not very sure. Somebody also said maybe someone from New Japan. That would be even crazier if that was it. I really don't know what the surprise is. I think we should lower our expectations. Don't expect it to be a new wrestler, though that would be very cool. But let's lower that. Let's lower that a little bit more. Because he already has Vicki as his manager, so is he going to have another manager? And then again, you're thinking tag team partner. Okay, again, let's lower that. But anyhow, that was the segment there. Keeps me guessing what Andrade is going to do. So right to the main event match, which is the one I care about. And this is the trios match. We're gonna have the Elite together. So that is Matt Jackson from the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers. They will be facing the team of Eddie Kingston, Penta, and the Elite Killer himself, Kaz. So I was really excited because this is a Kaz first, I guess you could say, official match against anyone from the Elite because he just wants to kill them. So, just want to say on a side note, which I think is really cool, this was happened during Orange Cassidy's match as I was trying to tweet on Twitter. As you know, this is Friday, so what other wrestling show happens on Friday? Not SmackDown. Okay, no, but besides SmackDown, it's New Japan Strong. They also air on Friday. I went online and I saw a tweet. They announced a big tag team tournament on New Japan, and they announced all the teams. I think there may be like 10 teams in that tournament. And who is one of the teams on there? It's the Good Brothers. So that is very cool. So that's why I didn't pay attention to the Cody match, because the whole time I was tweeting about it, I'm like, oh my God, Forbidden Door, open even wider. So yeah, just in case you want some other interesting news on the side, it's not AEW related, well, kind of maybe. New Japan Strong, they're going to be hosting their tag team tournament, and like I said, Good Brothers are in it, so that's really cool. Now, hopefully, just saying, I hope they win it, because that would be cool for the Elite, and especially the Good Brothers, who's been sucking on Impact, for them to win some sort of gold, and that would be a very cool way to be able to have the Elite have some gold from New Japan, so that's cool. So anyway, so with this match, you had the Young Bucks and, well, Matt Jackson and the Good Brothers. they came out with Don Callis and the Young Buck slave, Brandon Cutler, acting all silly as usual. And then you have the other team, you got Penta, and then you have Eddie Kingston, who had a huge pop when he came out. I mean, think about at that New York show, if Eddie Kingston, he better main event that somehow. And then Kaz with his Elite Hunter gimmick, which I love. How he's looking, all black with a hoodie, and then he got the new shirt out, which I want. So yeah, all for Kaz, going after the Elite. So in this match, you have. I will say that they did a lot of offense onto Matt Jackson, which was unusual. I will say I would expect, usually if this is the team right here with the Elite, it's usually going to be Carl Anderson that's going to chop out to the Elite. He was beaten down a lot as well, but I will say towards the end it was Matt Jackson a lot that got beaten. But anyhow, so we're just going to go right to the end with the shenanigans. Yeah, you know the Elite. I don't think they have won cleanly in a very long time, which I know is annoying some people. For me, I'm fine with that. As long as they grace my screens, I'm fine. So, you thought it was going to be Brandon Cutler that may interfere, but Brandon Cutler is still, a goody two shoes. He wasn't going to do any of that. But it was Nick Jackson that came in and sprayed Penta with the cold spray thing that they have with blinded Penta. You had Carl Anderson climb to the top, and he jumped onto Penta and he pinned him, so the Elite won. That was very surprising, because what did I just say? Carl Anderson is usually the one jobbing out to the Elite. So the Elite there with one win under their belt, and they need it because Don Callis, right? He just got fired from Impact. So the Elite is not having a very good time right now, but they won this, so this was fine. I just remembered I forgot something. Anyway, so then the show ended with this very great group shot of the whole group being obnoxious on the stage, and then that was it. So there you go. Very quick recap. Like I said, all these episodes of Dynamite are the ones that are on Friday. They're kind of like your B, sometimes C show, but it's still good. Like, I still really enjoyed this episode a lot. So just a quick update on myself. I am still trying to win that Impact Superfans contest. So if you go on Twitter, on Shining Polaris, please like, retweet, comment on my pin post, so it could show Impact that why I'm their biggest fan and I want to go to Slammiversary. And on other news, I also bought a plane ticket to go to New York for that Grand Slam show. Tickets for that will be on sale next month on the 16th. So that's actually when I am leaving to go to Nashville. So right before, I'm going to have to try to buy those tickets. So hopefully I get it. I really want ringside seats so I can show you some great clips. Another update is my TikTok finally reached 1,000 followers. So yay, because my last TikTok got banned at 1,000. So very happy. So thank you guys for supporting me on TikTok too. So there you go with the recap. I hope you guys enjoy it. I probably will not be writing an article about this episode, but definitely for next week, either I will try to write one for Dynamite. I think I will, on Wednesday and then definitely for one on Saturday, because Saturday is going to be their bigger show. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I don't have my professional lighting, so this video may look a little dark, but you can see all the changes I've made, and hopefully my videos will look better in the future. So, thank you so much, guys, and I will see you next time.